Today, I would like to talk about a topic that is close to my heart. It is something that affects all of us. It affects the way that we speak. It affects our relationships. It affects probably where we work. It's a big part of our lives, and it's something that affects us and that I think often we're not even aware is affecting us, and that is confidence or self-esteem. So, if you're like me, growing up, I had different self-esteem issues. Am I pretty? Will so-and-so like me at school? And then growing up into adulthood, and in my early 20s, the questions that I ask are more like, am I good enough? Will I measure up? Am I intelligent enough? And questions like that. Do I have what it takes? And no matter who we are as we go through life, we are going to encounter these questions that really touch the core of what we're feeling in our hearts. And as confidence or self-esteem is actually very much rooted to like our feelings. And it's almost like a warning button or a precursor telling us, hey, this is an area you maybe need to check up on, or this is something you maybe need to realize that you think about yourself. There's this proverb that says, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, which pretty much reiterates the same idea that what you're feeling in your heart at some point is going to come out in the way you speak. And it's even going to affect the way you allow others to speak to you, and will affect the kinds of people you allow in your life also. Are you going to be surrounded by people who are constantly taking advantage of you, who are stepping all over you? Or are you surrounded by people who are being loving and caring? And so self-esteem, it really is a very core part of who we are. And often, as I said earlier, we don't realize that. In the past few months, I have realized how much what I feel in my heart, what's going on in my heart, is affecting how I'm speaking about myself and is affecting my life. And I've been taking concrete steps to changing what's going on in my feelings. When I say in my heart, I mean like emotionally, your core values, what you're allowing yourself to think about yourself, basically. And a very simple step or easy way of changing your perception about yourself, changing your becoming more confident, and becoming somebody who has a higher self-esteem, or even maybe in your case, who has self-esteem, is to change what you're saying. So your words have a lot of power over how you live your life. And I have been listening to a lot of videos by Dr. Doug Weiss, who actually talks on this subject. He mentors a lot of young women, and he has, in many of his counseling sessions, he encourages young women to say certain statements on a daily basis. And over the course of weeks and eventually months, these statements start changing how the young women it affects their confidence. And so I kind of heard about this and I laughed a bit about it, but I figured, I'm going to try it. And so I've been saying these statements pretty much on a daily basis. And I've really seen actually how it has changed over the past few months, my confidence and my self-esteem. So I thought I would share with you some of these statements, some of these quotes, and I'm going to provide a link, and that's going to lead you to my website where I talk a bit more in depth about it. I have a nice little poster you can print out, and you can put it on your wall, and these are things that you can say every day. So yeah, if you want to go check that out, feel free. And so I just want to share a few of those statements. The first one that has really changed my perception of myself is the statement, I have value. So that seems like I have value, I'm a valuable person, I have worth. But when you say that statement, just give it 30 seconds to sink in. Like, yeah, I have value. Like, as a human being, I am important and I have worth. And just let that statement sink in. Give yourself time, give your heart time to process what you're saying to yourself. The second statement that I say is, I am attractive. And as a teenager, as I said, my questions were more surrounding physically, am I pretty? Are the boys gonna like me? Am I going, is this person gonna want to be my friend? And then as you get older, it's maybe more like, do I have an attractive personality? So attractiveness is not just physical. Attractiveness is also just emotional, and is also your character, So as you say that, I am attractive, not am I attractive? I am attractive. Also let that sink in. And I would encourage you to actually say verbally 3 things about yourself that you think are attractive. And if you're like, oh my gosh, no, I don't know what's attractive about myself. I could not, I don't know. Then ask a friend, ask a loved one, ask your mom, what is it about me that you find is attractive? And don't take those things and be like, oh, that's not true. No, this person that you're asking has to be somebody who loves you. And so just take what they're saying and take it as truth for you. And then when you say that every morning, I am attractive, remember those things, or even write them down. Remember them and remind yourself of them as you say that statement over yourself. I am attractive. Third statement, this is can be a hard one, but I am intelligent. In our day and age, in our performance-driven society, I find there's a lot of stigma about, how smart you are or how capable you are or things like that. And this is one that I still struggle with, to be honest. And I think my point on this one would be intelligence is a very vast thing. Often our society kind of puts it in a box, and it's like, well, if you are, have a successful business, or if you are successful in this way, then, you must be smart, or you must have some kind of something that I don't have. And intelligence is as vast as being attractive, and can be as different as being attractive is. You can be intelligent in a creative way. You can be intelligent in a math way. I'm not intelligent in a math way. My math sucks. Like, if intelligence was just based on math skills, I would fail. I wouldn't even be on the list of intelligence because I'm so bad at math. So yeah, intelligence is not just one thing, and maybe that's how you perceive intelligence, but that's not the way it is. Fourth thing, today is going to be a good day. So how you start your day is often going to predict the rest of your day. So if you start your day kind of putting yourself in a positive mind frame, then chances are that even when things happen during your day that are maybe not so great, you're not going to let that get to you. But if you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my gosh, it's raining outside, today's going to be a horrible day. Whoa, buddy, don't be surprised if it is, So try to start every day by saying, you know what, today's going to be a good day. No matter what happens, no matter what's going on around me, I have decided that today's going to be a good day, and that good and fun things are going to happen. Number 5, I have boundaries today. That can be a really, really hard one for a lot of people, but it's really, really, really important to have boundaries. And to tell yourself, I have boundaries. There are things that are not acceptable, and there are things that I don't want people to say to me. And often, we don't verbalize those things, that we don't like to be talked to in a certain way, or that we don't appreciate something, and people are not going to just guess that if we don't say something. So by starting off your day by saying, I have boundaries, when you get into those situations, you're without thinking too much about it, at some point your brain's going to go, no, I have said that I'm a person with boundaries, and the way that this person is speaking to me is not acceptable. And so that has got to change. And you're either A, you might just walk out of the situation, or B, you might tell the person, hey, I don't appreciate that. And chances are that person did not wake up this morning being like, I want to offend so-and-so. No, we're all humans. So they'll probably say something like, okay, if you don't like that, then, that's fine. And the 6th and last way, a statement that I'm going to encourage you to say on a daily basis is, people like to be around me. And this is another biggie, honestly, for me, because I don't know, it's easy for me to believe that is maybe not true about myself, or I don't know. But this one for me is still an ongoing process, But yeah, people like you for who you are. They like you for maybe for your smile, maybe for your jokes, maybe for, I don't know, maybe for your heart. And not everybody is going to like you. I mean, please don't try to get everybody to like you, but your friends and those who are close to you, they love you for who you are, and they like to be around you. And knowing that, it provides an assurance in your heart, and that gives you confidence. So those are 6 statements that I would encourage you to say if you're somebody who's wanting to work on your confidence, who's wanting to boost your self-esteem. Say them on a daily basis, and don't say them flippantly. After every single statement, give your heart 30 seconds, I would say, to just soak in what you're saying about yourself. And see if that really changes. It did for me. It really changed my perspective about a lot of things, and the things I thought about myself have changed over the past months, and the way I have allowed people to speak in my life or not speak in my life has also changed. So I would encourage you along in the same journey that I'm in, and if you have any questions, you want further information, please feel free to comment below or comment on my blog. Okay, take care.